Hey everyone, welcome to another CAS demo session. Today, Chewy and I are going to walk you through creating cloud credentials for Azure. This is probably the most complicated set of credentials to create, so we're going to walk you through it, make sure that you get all of the steps. So first, once you log on to the CAS dashboard, you'll see all of your clusters, and you're going to want to click on Cloud Credentials. And so you see, I've already got a set of Azure credentials here, not being used by any clusters, but we're going to create another Azure credential for the purpose of this demo. So go ahead and click on Add Cloud Credential, and then click on Azure Cloud. And now we're going to get a form to fill out, which we're going to take step by step so I can show you where to get all of the field values. You'll also notice a set of steps that they take, and there's quite a few steps that you're going to need to walk through. So we're going to go through this one by one. And also on the documentation portal for CAST, you're going to see at docs.cast.ai under administration, there's going to be configuring Azure credentials that'll take you through all of the steps with screenshots. So let's go ahead and get started. First, we're going to give this a unique name, and this is a unique CAST name. So let's do Azure Credentials 2 as an example. And now we're going to need to start filling up the fields. So first step is, let's go to the portal.azure.com. And I have that open right here. And you're going to go to app registration. So I like the Azure search area because it really finds quickly all of the services that you need to access from this one area. So we're going to go to app registration, and you'll see it right here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add a new registration. So let's go back to the screen here and see what we're asking for. So we're going to enter the display name, and we're going to paste the tenant ID in the form to the left side. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, sorry, we need to create a user facing. So let's do CAST credentials 2 here, because we're going to use this first option. Account is an organizational directory only, single tenant, and click on register. Great. Now Azure has created that set of credentials, and now we've got some details that we're going to copy. So the first thing we needed was the tenant ID, which is here the directory and tenant in brackets. And you'll notice a little nice copy to clipboard feature show up from Azure. So we're going to click on that. We're going to go back to the console, and we're going to paste the tenant ID. Nice. So now we need the application or the client ID in this next one here. So let's go back here, and let's grab the application ID, copy that, and bring it to our form. Right? And we've got that. Now we need a client secret, right? So this is the secret value. Let's go ahead and see how we're going to go ahead and create that. So the instructions say select the certificate and secrets in the left bar menu. Okay, so let's see where that is. So we've got secrets and certificates for this set of credentials. Yep. And we're going to need a new client secret without expiration. Okay, we can do that. So let's go ahead and create a client secret, new client secret, and we're going to say it never expires, and we're going to call it CAST client secret 2. Hit add. Okay, now this is really important. So we've got our secret created, and you'll notice that there's a value and an ID. We really want to make sure to copy the value, because once you leave this screen, the value disappears and you can't get it back. So it's like a typical kind of secret creation or key creation process. We want to make sure we capture this value. So it starts with h.g. Let's make sure that we paste that over to the client secret area. Great, we're almost done, except there's a few more really important steps to take. So under step 2, one of the things you'll notice is we need to give CAST AI application access by requesting single sign-in user browser. And this is really a shortcut that we've provided to users to accept some terms and conditions, and this will allow you to kind of accept very quickly. So, and this allows you to use our virtual machine image that we provide as part of the K8s platform. So let's go ahead and click on Accept Cast Application. And you'll notice that I've already accepted the image gallery share. You're going to get a pop-up that asks you for, hey, are you okay to do the share and so forth. And once you are, you can then click accept. It's probably 2 clicks, and then you'll be done. And then you can come back to the console to finish the steps. So let's go ahead. So we've done this part, and now we need to assign some roles. And this is where the last section of subscription ID is going to appear. So what is it asking us to do? Let's go ahead and open the subscriptions page and go to the subscription that we normally use. So back to Azure, and we're going to use our nifty search tool to type in subscriptions, and sure enough, it shows up. And we have one subscription. Azure, most people, when you create an Azure account, have a single subscription. So here, we're going to go ahead and click into the subscription. We're going to copy the subscription ID, and we're going to paste that into our cast form here. Perfect. So the last steps are really to assign the subscription with some IAM permissions. So what we need to do is we need to select the access control, so identity and access manager in the left side menu. And then we're going to add role contributor to a couple of things. First, we're going to add to the application that we created, right? And then we're going to also add it to the cast shared images for this subscription. So let's go ahead and start. We're going to go into IAM. Here we go. And we're going to add role assignment. And remember, we need to do this 2 times. So the instructions say we're going to do, let's see here, we're going to add a contributor role, right? And we're going to first search for cast and get that done. So let's select contributor, and we're going to search for cast AI shared images, right? Perfect. And remember, we also had to add our application, the application that we created in the first step. We were going to add that as a contributor as well. So here I named it Cast Cred 2, so it came up in the search. If you named it something else, you remember that, jot down that name, and so you can search for it and add as a contributor. So now I've got under the contributor role for this subscription, I've got Cast Credentials 2, which is my app, and the shared image, which I'm going to save now. And it says, oh, I've got an assignment for Cast AI shared images. You won't have that issue. And then the second one is added my application, no problem. So great. If we look at role assignments, I should see the first one here, which is the Cast shared image, and then the Cast Credentials 2, and then a previous one that I created. But this is perfect. Now we've got good contributor resources assigned to my overall Azure subscription. And now we should be done. So if we hit create Cast and all is successful, Cast will go validate these credentials and make sure that you can create resources under your Azure account. So I'm going to go ahead and create. We'll get the test. And sure enough, we've got our credential AZ Cred 2 created. And now if you actually add a cluster and you choose, give it a name, choose a region, and you choose Azure, you should see the credential that you just created available in the drop-down menu to create resources in your account. Well, that's it for this demo session. Chewy and I hope you've enjoyed it and are able to create Azure credentials with no problems. Thanks, everyone.